Hey guys, Sam from Baller Barbecue here, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Pit Boss Pellet Grill 820 FB and tell you what I think about it after owning it for a year. So let's get into it. Now I've had this pellet grill for 12 months, and if you're a subscriber to the channel, you'd know that I cook on this thing a lot. So I thought it's about time I told you all what I think about it. Now the Pit Boss 820 FB is the most versatile cooking machine that I've ever owned. Now the price of the pellet grill is a little bit more than say a charcoal or a stick burner, but I think it's still great value for money. And the Pit Boss is cheaper than the competitors and still has the same build quality and attention to detail. And the Pit Boss pellet grill is going to give you deliciously grilled food, and it's super simple to operate with next to no learning curve. With the Pit Boss you can smoke, you can sear, char grill, bake, roast, barbecue, anything you want. It's got a temperature controller on the front that allows you to set a temperature and leave the grill so you can get back to hanging with the guys instead of tending to a grill. Now the 820 FB is a perfect size for me. It has 820 inches of grilling space, including the top rack, which I usually have removed, but I can still put huge chunks of meat on this thing and still got room to spare. So the Pit Boss pellet grill is built to last. This thing is made from heavy duty steel, powder coated, and it's got solid legs on it, making it durable and really long lasting. Where I live here, I'm pretty close to the ocean, so we get a lot of salt spray and things. Things tend to rust outside, but the pellet grill, so far, it's showing no signs of rust. It's got a hopper on the side, which easily holds a 9 kg bag of hardwood pellets. The hopper comes with a grate on top to stop fingers and things getting caught in the auger. But with that grill in place, I can't level out the pellets in the hopper, so I've removed that and I'm just careful not to put my fingers anywhere near the auger. Now the grill's main cooking surface is porcelain coated cast iron, making it rust resistant and really easy to clean. It's got a smaller rack on top, which is wire and like an enamel finish. But as I say, I usually have that removed anyway. Now with the Pit Boss 820, you can even sear thanks to the sliding cover over the fire pot. Now not all pellet grills have this feature, so it's nice that the Pit Boss does. And I use this feature all the time when I'm searing steaks. To clean the grill, you simply lift out the cooking grates, remove this plate from underneath the grill, and just vacuum out the fire pot, scrape off any burnt on food from the deflector plate, and put it all back together. Now the Pit Boss pellet grill has two large metal rolling wheels on it, so you can easily move the grill around from one place to another. It would have been nice to have air-filled tires on it, because when you're wheeling it over concrete, it does vibrate a lot, and it probably sounds worse than it actually is, but it is quite noisy. Now for fuel, the pellet grill uses all natural wood pellets, so this means no messy charcoal or dangerous gas. So the pellet grill will take any manufacturer's pellets. Where I live, I can't get the Pit Boss pellets, so I use Traeger pellets. They're the only ones I can seem to get, but they work fine. Just make sure they're 100% natural. There's no fillers, no additives, sprays or scents or anything in them, and you'll get that perfect wood-fired flavor all the time. The built-in temperature controller also has an LED readout, which gives almost set and forget convenience. Plus it's got a temperature gauge on the door, which is always pretty close to the digital one. It does have a little hole down here for putting a meat thermometer through. So if you're using something like the Weber iGrill 2 that I use in my videos, you can monitor the grill temperature plus the meat temperature inside the house, which is really handy on those cold winter days. Now the use of 100% hardwood pellets instead of charcoal or propane allows you to enjoy wood flavor with a simple use of a oven temperature controller. The temperature controller ranges from 95 degrees through to 245 degrees Celsius. Plus it's got the ability to smoke at lower temperatures using the smoke setting and has a really uniform heat distribution across the grill. When I first got the pellet grill, I found that it had some fairly big temperature swings, but after playing with the P setting on the controller, I was able to iron out these fluctuations down to only a few degrees. The P setting controls the amount of time the controller pauses for between 18-second run cycles. By default, the pellet grill is set to P4, which runs the auger for 18 seconds and then pauses for 115 seconds, and then it repeats that cycle. I've found that when I'm cooking at lower temperatures, P1 or P2 works better, which runs the auger for 18 seconds and then pauses for 70 seconds on P1 or 85 seconds on P2. But this changes depending on the temperature of the day and the humidity and other things. So every time I cook, I just tune this, takes a couple of minutes to do, and it runs perfect for hours. So getting the Pit Boss started is really easy. Just pour in your wood pellets, turn the grill on to your desired temperature, leave the door open, it ignites itself. Once it's lit, close the door, let it come up to temperature for a few minutes, and you're good to go. Simple as that. Now I've made a little list of pros and cons of the Pit Boss Pellet Grill compared to, say, a charcoal grill. Now the pros are that it's really easy to maintain. All you have to do is just vacuum out that fire pot and you're good to go. It's extremely versatile. If you've been watching my videos, you would have seen me, as I say, cooking things like breads, doing ribs, pork shoulders, I can sear the steaks, do everything. I think you can do probably a lot more things on this than you can on, say, a offset. Now the 820 FB is perfect for larger gatherings. 820 inches is huge. Most of the time I'm just cooking for me and my wife, but when we get people over, I can put a big pork shoulder on there, I can cook chicken wings, and there's still heaps of room on there. And that's not even using that top grate. Another pro on this thing is the ease of use. Simply turn it on, put your meat in, and you can almost walk away. Now some of the cons of the pellet grill. Some people say that it doesn't smoke very well. You don't get a lot of smoke flavor, but as you would have seen on my channel, I've smoked heaps of things on it. I always get a really good smoke ring, lots of flavor, and it's pretty close to my charcoal grill. But for the added convenience of not having to babysit it for hours while it cooks, I'd happily accept a little bit less smoke. Now another con for the pellet grill is the fuel is kind of pricey. I don't know if that's just because of where I live. Here in New Zealand, all the fuel comes from the States, so there's obviously an added cost on that. But I have to buy pellets. I can't just, you know, find a oak tree or a hickory or something and just go and cut off a branch, season it, and have free fuel. You have to use those pellets. So the Pit Boss Pellet Grill 820 FB would definitely be my favorite cooking machine, as it's well built, super simple to use, and still produces amazing food. I'll put a link to my pellet grill recipes up here or somewhere there, where you can see all the other things that I've been cooking on this thing. If you're looking for a new grill and want that smoky barbecue flavor, but don't want the hassle of having to tend to a grill all day, the Pit Boss 820 FB is perfect. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my weekly videos. And I'll see you again next time.